There's a lonely little robin in the tree by the door, and he waits for his mate to return evermore. So remember, please remember, that I'm lonely too. Like a lonely little robin, I'm waiting for you. Hello, and welcome to Breath of Peace. I'm your host, Trisha. Today, we're going to do a talk first, and then I will lead you through a yoga nidra, which is very, very similar to meditation, but we'll get to that when we get there. So today's topic is called Birds as Teachers of Awareness. That little tune I just sang is a very, I don't know how to say it, memorable memory, a good memory, there we go, that I had with my grandmother when growing up. And she used to sing that to me, and I probably sang that ever since I was probably 3 or 4 years old. It's been in my head for a while. But ever since then, I've always enjoyed birds and nature and little robins. I love hearing them sing in the morning or the evening. They're usually the first ones up. You'll hear, maybe if you wake about 5 in the morning, if you open a window, you might hear a robin singing outside. And then before you go to bed in the evening, he sings a tune too. I don't know, robins are pretty neat. I have a little story too about a song sparrow. Every morning when I get up here, I like to, go do my meditation and maybe open a window, same thing. And there's this little song sparrow that likes to sing every morning. He just sits out there. There's a little shed that he sits on top of, and he just sings his little heart out, doing his little dee 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 dee, however that goes. And that just strikes a very good calm, happy feeling inside me, and it helps me to remember to be present, just to smile, notice the sound of the bird, and it might just work as a little bit of phenomena that helps me meditate a little bit more when I meditate in the morning. So let's talk a little bit about mindfulness and how we can apply that. And then we'll go into a yoga nidra. So to be mindful, it basically just means to be present and just be kind of focused on whatever is at hand. So an object or maybe a task you're working on. An object might be the song sparrow. I might just kind of let everything else dissolve as I hear the song sparrow sing his little tune in the morning. I'll have to share this too real quick. There was one morning he must know that I liked listening to him sing, because he came up to the window one morning and landed on the windowsill, sang a quick little tune, and then he flew off again, and I thought that was really great. I'm glad he didn't hit the window, but I think the screen kind of helped him protect him, so that was good. That's another topic. We'll talk about that later. But anyway, so he was kind of like a mindfulness bell, just to remind me to relax, to breathe. Yeah. And then just add a little smile to my day. And, if we're going to be working on a task, we might use that same mindfulness, just to breathe and work with purpose. You don't have to feel rushed. I mean, yeah, there's times we have to work fast pace at work, and, just try to move with purpose, have a good pace. Just kind of an example, I'm a pharmacy technician here where I live, and I work in a hospital, And one of my duties is to deliver medications to all the different floors, whether it's going to their medicine cabinets or maybe an Omnicell, which is a big medication computer. It's pretty amazing. It's kind of like a dispensing machine for medications. But those have to be restocked. So, it seems like, you got to get things done quick because there's a lot of floors, a lot of Omnicells, a lot of medicine cabinets, lots of patients. So I just try to take that time to remember I'm just going to move with purpose. Remember to breathe. And let me go as fast as I need to, but not super fast. I don't need to get stressed out about it. If I remember to breathe, I'm going to, it's going to help me relax a little bit. And also, I'm staying focused on that task too. I'm not allowing my mind to go every which way, saying, oh no, I better get this done now, or oh, I got this job I got to do when I get back, or this is going on in my life. No, I just try to breathe and focus on just walking itself, walking the cart up to the elevator, and maybe remembering to breathe at the elevator, and then carry on just one task at a time. Try not to, we can multitask, but not really. Try to keep it as one thing at a time if you can. So back to the birds. I may use the birds when I go for a walk. So as I'm walking to and from work, I have to walk down the sidewalk a little ways before I go to the building, and I may just hear some house finches singing, or maybe a robin, or maybe a song sparrow. And I just try to let them be reminders to relax and breathe and smile. Nature is like its own sanctuary. Take time in nature. It's really important, to get out of the buildings, maybe get out of the house, or if you can't get out of the house, open a window and just notice creation for what it is. The trees, the green leaves that rustle in the wind, maybe the sunshine light coming through them as they twinkle at you as you walk by. You just want to notice things. Maybe don't pass any judgment on it. Just notice. So when I'm seeing those trees, I'm just noticing how they look, the beautiful yellow and green color that shines through them as the sun glistens. And then maybe I'll notice how I feel, maybe the warmth of the sun that's coming through the trees, and I'll just notice how I feel. And then maybe I'll hear the birds. Going back to the birds. And then maybe I'll notice, let's see, what I smell. Is the air kind of dirty or like polluted because I'm in the city? Or maybe it's because it's the morning and it's still kind of fresh out before, all the cars start driving by and leaving exhaust. But, just kind of notice what you smell. Whether it's good or bad, I wouldn't judge it, just notice it. So let's say I'm smelling the pollution. I just might say to myself, unpleasant smell. And then maybe I notice the air is fresh, and I'll just say, oh, it's pleasant. So that's kind of a judgment, but not really. It's just noticing what it is for what it is. So, okay. Well, that's my little talk using birds for awareness. And let's go ahead and jump into a yoga nidra. Well, maybe not jump into it, but why don't you find yourself, I'll kind of explain as I go. Go ahead and lie down somewhere, maybe on the couch or on your bed, or maybe you have one of those lazy boy chairs. You can lean back a little bit. And you want to be propped up a little bit, so have a pillow behind your head. So that way you can breathe better and not necessarily fall asleep, but just relax. And you might want a blanket to help stay warm, because our bodies do tend to cool off a little bit when we're lying down and almost going into a sleep, but not quite. So go ahead and just get yourself settled in your nest, and we shall begin. Let's just focus on our breath. Breathe in through your nose slowly, and then slowly out through your mouth. Make the out breath just a little bit longer than the in breath. Breathe in. And then slowly exhale as you release. Do this again. Notice the rising of your tummy as you breathe in, and the falling of your tummy as you exhale. Continue to breathe like this, slowly and deep, but relaxed. Now, let's do a head to toe scan. Just notice your head sinking back into the pillow or the chair. Let your neck and shoulders relax as you sink in deeper. Notice the feeling of your back as you feel the comfort of the cushion behind you. Or maybe the mat if you're lying on the floor with a yoga mat. Feel your buttocks and the back of your legs relax as they sink in. The back of your knees, the calves, the ankles, out through the bottom of your feet. Continue to breathe. Let your breathing become natural as you relax each part of your body and just notice how it feels. If you feel any tension, just breathe into it and then release with an exhale. Soften your eyes. You may have them closed or maybe a soft gaze. Right eye, left eye, right cheek, left cheek, jaw, relax. Relax your tongue. Relax down through your throat, down through your shoulders, and your heart center. Let it feel warmth and peace there. Let's go to the right arm, the upper arm, the right elbow, the right forearm, the right wrist, and the palm of your hands, right thumb, first finger, second finger, third finger, fourth finger. Let's come back up to the heart center, the left arm, upper arm, elbow, forearm, your wrist, your palm, left thumb, first finger, second finger, third finger, fourth finger. Breathe in and breathe out. Back to your heart center, down through your solar plexus. And notice the rising and falling of your tummy as you continue to breathe naturally and relax. Down through the pelvic floor to the right leg. Let's start with the right quad and hamstring. the right knee, down through the shin and calf, right ankle to the bottom and top of your feet. So your toes, the right toe, big toe, first toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe. Back to the pelvic area. Let's relax the left quad and hamstring. Down through the knee, through the shins, through the calves. Left ankle, heel, bottom of foot, top of foot. The left big toe, first toe, second, third, fourth. Now just let your whole being, just feel your whole being relaxed and at peace. Now let's move to the mind. You might start with the in-breath on 10. So 10 in, 10 out. Do this sequence all the way down to 0. Count in your mind softly and slowly. Just release. If you lose count, you can start again. Now, I'd like you to imagine it's a cool but warm morning, maybe a little crisp. You feel the nice, gentle breeze as it touches your skin on your arms or your face. And before you is a nice park, just full of trees. Maybe there's some kids playing at the playground. And there's a little walk path that you can walk around this park. Let's walk down this park and see what we notice. As you pass by, you notice the trees. Nice, tall, beautiful trees. It's spring and everything's starting to grow again. You notice the light and dark from the colors contrasting as the sun shines through them. You may hear the rustle as just a very light breeze might blow through them. Continue to walk at a casual pace, not too slow, not too fast. Breathing in the fresh air. Around you, you may hear the birds of your favorite kind singing. Maybe it's the song sparrow or a robin. Maybe it's a house finch singing its happy tune, happy for the day. Notice the sound of your footsteps as you walk along the path. Maybe you just feel each step as you feel grounded. And maybe you'll find a nice little bench you can sit on. Go to that bench now. There's nobody else around but you, the sound of the birds, the sun, the light breeze. Sit down and just relax. Maybe close your eyes or maybe a soft gaze. And just be there. Just be present. we'll slowly come back. Take a nice, slow, deep breath in. Let it out with a do it again. You may begin to wiggle your toes, your fingers, and start to move your body a little bit. Stretch. Keep taking some nice breaths. And as you feel ready, you can open your eyes. And then take this with you through your day or through your night if you're ready to go to sleep. Let the birds sing to your heart whenever you hear them. Let the song fill your being and allow it to change you. Be present and be peaceful like the birds. Have a great day, morning, afternoon, night. Many blessings.